Hey everybody, it's Noah with the Zone Podcast. Back at it again. This is Kyle Boxel. Go ahead, introduce yourself to everybody, and tell them what you do.
I am Kyle VanBoxel with VanBoxel Building Supply out of Chardon, Ohio. What we do is we offer affordable options for the roofer to the supplier, distributor to pick up roofing material. Big thing kind of makes us different is we manufacture and we sell to the end user. So we're all about saving the roofer money in the end of the day.
Okay, so selling to the main user, that's like direct to consumer, right?
That is correct. So we'll sell direct to the consumer. The old market used to be that all manufacturers would only sell to distributors and then they mark it up with their price on it and then send to the end user. What we do is we sell directly to the end user and try to save everybody money, aggravation. It's an easier model we incorporated. And all in all, the roofer is the one who saves money at the end of the day.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into this and how everything started.
So on the roofing aspect, we've only been doing that for 3-4 years. VanBoxel Building, we've only been in business for 5 or 6 years. We started with liquidation, doing overstock, discontinued that aspect. We did get into the second market a little bit. One thing led to the other where we started manufacturing our own material where we had quality issues with other people's material. And now we sell, for example, synthetic felt per pallet, where we're able to deliver it to customers at $49 a roll. If they go to their local supply house, they're going to be paying over twice that. But we did have a lot of mistakes, a lot of trials as we're up and going. We've lost a lot of money here and there trying to figure stuff out. That's kind of a little bit how we got started. I could go on for days about all the stories that happened and everything, but
Yeah, for sure. So what prompted you to kind of get into the industry?
So by trade, I'm actually an iron worker. I have a ton of rental houses. I was doing my own work on them. Been into building trades, know the building trades, and at the end of the day, I know the trades are the ones that get screwed always. They're out there paying a ton of money for materials. It's the corporate middle guy that's making all the money on it, not the guy with the hammer and nail installing it at the end of the day. I've seen that perspective where I've been up on roofs, sweating. End of the day, you don't make much. It's the middle guy marking it up, going there, knew there's a better option. We started off very, very small. We have 2 locations now. The one location definitely still looks rough, but it works. We're kind of grown from there. So we started buying, using other people's products. Of course, quality issues, COVID happened. It was harder. So I actually went over to India, set up a factory for us. And now we have no quality issues whatsoever, all certified. And now we're doing bigger orders. We keep getting bigger all the time. And ultimately, the more orders we sell, we're able to negotiate the raw products material better, and the roofer gets a better price. So the price has been going down for our end consumer. As weird as that is, each year we've been having a price drop.
So how did you start like marketing when you first got into actually selling the product to the roofers?
The marketing aspect, we have done, as much as I hate Facebook, we've done a ton on Facebook. You have to use it. That's going online, just marketing, telling our story. We still get a lot of people online like, oh, this is a scam. It's a scam. No way your prices are that good. As of right now, we have a few hundred Google reviews. We were on the news. We were at a podcast the other day with Dmitry Lipinski. There's all over. So, we're very, very credible. But the market online is definitely changing. The marketing aspect is changing everything. We are incorporating new technologies right now to try to help us market. The next few years for marketing, I think, is going to be completely different than it was the previous few years.
Why do you say that?
The biggest thing right now is we are doing a lot of online sales. We're completely redoing our website, 100%, making it more e-commerce friendly. Also, the other kind of, not wild card, but the big thing that is getting integrated now is the AI. The AIs are insane, what they can do, how they can help you. We use them in every aspect that we know how to, but it's anytime you look, there's another AI that can help you somewhere. The big thing right now, trying to find labor for marketing, trying to find anybody to really do anything. And a lot of these jobs are, I hate to say kind of monotonous, but AIs can do them as much as I hate to say it. And it's instant as well. So we've been doing a lot with that, just trying to find a lot more e-commerce areas to sell on. And a lot more online. It's, I'm a little bit more old school in my sales technique. I like people coming in, meeting them, but it's, 2023. You just don't have that anymore. I'd be great in 1970.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I mean, even with that though, there's some roofers out there, and I know you don't really do sale to like the actual like person that gets the roof on there. You're selling to most of the people that are selling the roofs. Um, I know that most of them are like AI is going to take over the door to door, but in the end, I feel like most people are going to want to talk to somebody. It'll probably end up being more of a mixture. Do you think it'll be more of a mixture, or you think it's totally going to take over and pretty much it's all going to be direct to consumer?
As with AI taking over door to door sales, I definitely see it being more of a mixture. We have a whole generation, which I think would be fine if they go online, they do AI, kind of sells it, tells them their price online. Now with Google, you can get the square footage of a roof without even going to the house. You could get a pretty good estimate. A lot of people don't like people coming over to do that. I mean, perfect example. Look at how people buy cars now. You could go online, buy a car, get it shipped to your house without seeing it, without dealing with the salesman. A lot of people don't like the salesman, but yet again, you have some people that do like the salesman. They like to come out, do their research, feel the roof, have somebody sell it to them, tell them why it's better than somebody else's roof. All in all, in the next 15 to 20 years, I don't see huge. I mean, probably 40, 50% as where you get to the AI sales, marketing, where you do lose a lot of that salesman. And also at the end of the day, for these roofing salesmen, so that would be like a roofing company itself selling the material and not us. But for them, they're paying a lot of commission to these salesmen going out. Some of them are upward 50% of the profit on the job goes just to the salesman. The profit margins are going to go way up for the companies with integrating AI into it.
Yeah, I mean that does make sense. Kind of going back into your story, everything like that. What's the most interesting customer action that you've had over there?
So we've had some very, very interesting customer interactions up here. We deal with people all over the country. So we are based out of Northeast Ohio. We're about an hour east of Cleveland, not a whole lot out here, cornfields and whatnot. But so about 2 years ago, it's not uncommon for customers to come up and meet us, drive, 8, 10 hours. We had a new salesman starting. It was our first day up here, kind of getting used to us, figure out what we had to do. We had a couple of guys, they just randomly showed up without calling, come into our office, literally book bag full of money, open up one of those, put it on the table, pour out the money, and out with the money comes the guns. So they just wanted to come out and make sure we were legitimate and, taking that much money with them. They, of course, brought some guns just to make sure it was all legitimate, everything good, which, I mean, I'm fine with. I'd get it 100%. But for our new salesman, I think that was a little bit of an eye-opener for that they drove this far. They were paying in cash just to make sure it was truckloads of material. So the very big contractors. Of course, we don't get that many people paying cash, very rare. But that was one of the, for myself, it wasn't, that out of line or that crazy. But for a new salesman, not in the industry, just to see that her first day, somebody come literally book bag of money and, the guns in there too, just to make sure everything's good. But we've had so many interesting customer interaction stories over the years. One of the big ones lately, we're doing a lot of shows throughout the country, demonstrating our products and just getting to meet customers we've dealt with for a few years. Everybody looks far different than what you anticipate talking to them on the phone. But there's always something new coming up.
Yeah, for sure. Even I want to kind of move in more a little bit deeper into the AI side. So with affecting to the roofing industry, everything like that, I know we talked a little bit about it already. Where do you think it will fully take it? Like, where are you guys using AI right now in your company?
Right now, we're using AI for a lot of customer responses, ad generation, that aspect where the very basic. We're not getting into it crazy right now. AI does do spreadsheets and that a little bit for us as well. But the vast majority of it for marketing ideas. For example, if we have a new product, something we're posting, new sale, we tell the AI, hey, to market this in so-and-so tone, make it a funny post, make it a professional post. And the AI will autofill everything from what before would have took us an hour to 2 to get done. 10 seconds, the AI has it. And we might go modify a few little things in it. So our marketing right now, realistically, I would say if AI is not doing the marketing, 80 to 90% of it is definitely going through AI. in the
Mm.
aspect of the content it is creating right now. It's just, I mean, it's unbeatable, and how quick it comes up with it is, I mean, it's amazing for what it does. And this is just, I mean, the breaking point of AI. It is going to be getting a lot deeper and a lot more into it.
Yeah, how do you think it will affect all these jobs? Like, I mean, I'm just getting into it a little bit. Like, how do you think it'll affect a lot of people's jobs? Like, because even you right now, like, you probably need to, you can probably cut down a few people, just because of AI.
Right now, where we run, everybody in VanBoxel kind of has multiple hats, multiple different jobs they do. We
Mhm.
actually just hired a new marketing person yesterday,
Hmm.
integrating into the AI aspect and doing that. But not so much with us, but a lot with bigger companies. I do see a lot of like marketing positions going away, a lot of different jobs getting cut out. But also on the same hand, companies can't hire people. Right now,
Yep.
if you try to get skilled labor, really regardless what it is, I mean, you can't get people to show up every day. You can't get people to show up on time. So that's the biggest thing. I think if we didn't have that issue right now with the labor force in America, AI wouldn't be taken off like it is. 10 years ago, there wouldn't have been a need. People come in and, that human to human interaction was great. Now it's anything a business owner can rely on, because unfortunately, a lot of employees you cannot rely on. So they're transferring over to AI. You do lose a little bit of that interaction. You do lose a little bit of the soul to the content as well. But I mean, AI does a great job, and it's going to continue and getting better all the time. I mean, each day we see new articles on it, new AI applications which you're able to integrate. So that is something we definitely are keeping an eye on, trying to integrate it into our systems where we're able to.
Hmm.
But definitely, I do see going forward a lot of the lower end positions getting kind of hacked off and X'd off. Of course, the higher end positions, marketing directors, people to give the guidelines, they'll always be there. But you get
Right.
the people actually physically doing the work, I do see a lot of that vanishing.
So that's interesting. People physically doing the work. I feel like the physical aspect really is going to take a long time to get replaced. Just like people who are actually on the roof or people who are moving stuff. Because I mean, yeah, there's like robots in California that are bringing Uber Eats, but like, I don't think there's any people that are skills tradesmen going up there on the roof that are just totally robots.
Exactly. I mean, with the when you get to the computer portion of it, such as marketing, advertising, that I don't think it'll be that hard to get rid of the human aspect of it right now. And then when you're talking about, I mean, I've seen the videos, the robots, the roofers, and all those people they were training. They had the one robot doing a backflip on scaffolding, just showing what they're capable of.
Dang.
Um, I do see, next 10, 20 years, more of that kind of getting going together. I mean, for example, when I started off, I was a union iron worker. The union building trades 30 years ago, you had to have a father and uncle, somebody in there to get it. It was hard to get into the trades. When I got in, it was much, much easier. Vast majority of our apprenticeship class was straight from prison. Now they can't even get those guys. Trying to fill any skilled trades. And I mean, realistically, in any building trade, you get into any of the union building trades, you can make $100,000 debt free when you're 21. And nobody's doing it. Nobody wants to do physical labor. So they have to find an alternative. Right now, they're bringing in a lot of people from out of countries to come work here and do it. But I mean, the work has to get done. If a robot costs, $200,000, there's a 2-year payback on one, and it shows up every day. So until the work ethic comes back and people want to do more physical labor or something major happens, I do see it, especially if the computer jobs now, I could see those right away losing. When it comes to the more physical jobs, it's going to be a while. Definitely going to be a while. But heck, you don't even have to drive your car anymore. It could take you anywhere you want. They figured that out, how many variables they worked into that. So,
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of the things will just be. I mean, it's going to be humans and technology for the most part until I don't know, maybe 50 years to 100 years now, maybe there won't be any. I don't know. But but yeah, other than that, what are kind of some other things you wanted to share with the audience? Any crazy things going on in the future for you guys?
with us right now, we're always growing the business, always trying to innovate, figure out what we can do next. 2 years ago, I never thought we'd be where we're at today and on the road we are, but it's kind of evolving and kind of going with what's taking off right now too. Right
Right.
now for us, our biggest seller, is the roof and underlayments, like synthetic underlayments, by far the biggest. We're trying to use technology to help push it, help get it going, create e-commerce for people e-commerce never was available to. For example, like the roofers. how would you ever do e-commerce 10 years ago on materials such as that? But today, with shipping rates able to negotiate, we could still save a roofer a ton of money on building materials.
Hmm.
So we're going forward doing that. I mean, like I said, starting off, we did start in liquidation business. So we've been in all aspects of roofing, not just roofing, flooring, cabinets. We do deal with that too. But starting off, we would be buying blind loads of roofing material coming in where it's supposed to be a certain material would come into the shop. It would not. Kind of a little story along those lines too. We ordered a semi-load of ice and water shield, which is roofing underlayment. Spent a ton of money on it. It was supposed to come up. Here we had a semi show up of Mickey and Minnie Mouse computer chairs. So, I mean, stuff like that. Issues that shouldn't happen did happen starting off. But, going forward, trying to get more streamlined, trying to get more organization. And that's a big thing that, computers, AIs, all that definitely are going to help with going forward.
Cool. Well, other than that, I appreciate you coming on. If anybody wants to check out more, you can go ahead and click the link. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, I will have his Facebook tag so you can go directly slide into your DMs and talk to you. But other than that, I appreciate you coming on the show, and then I'll go ahead and catch y'all later.